Hey guys, it's No Cap, and today my guest on the show has production credits on tracks like Yaya by Tekashi 69 with 278 million views on YouTube.
Ransom got that sauce in it. No, when I get nervous, I tell the truth.
What's your work process like? Is it, do you like maybe get a melody and then you play the melody and then you play the beat to it, or how do you piece a beat together?
I will not lie, it's random, to be honest with you. Let me say, like, my girl will be humming in the room or something. I'll just like record her voice, manipulate it, turn into like something else. Like I'll start playing that piano and this thing. Or
Interesting.
I could just like go outside and be like, yo, this sounds mad. Then I'll now like get inspiration from it. I can get inspiration from anything. It just depends on mood. I don't make beats because it's like a job. I make beats because I feel like, you know, it's not something I force.
Interesting. One other question I like to ask everyone who comes on the show is, I mean, if you close your eyes and think about it, like if you were not making music, if you were not in entertainment, what else do you see yourself doing?
There are so many things I can do as far that I understand how e-commerce work. Even if I stop making beats, I have like other ways to like make money, because we like everything is online right now. You like, let's say like drop shipping, like resourcing for like good product for consumers and everything. Things are like, it's easy right now, like to excel now compared to back in days, because we have technology now. You know, so
yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Let's talk about the Abuja music industry. I always kind of take a deep breath when I'm talking about it because it's very close to my heart. What do you think are the challenges that artists face and go through, you know, that is associated with Abuja, given that there are already structural challenges?
I personally think it's lack of information. You know, how they start, like how they should approach marketing and everything. Sometimes it does not really require funds because there's TikTok there. There are ways of marketing, because you just have to pick like a side of your music that is relatable, and start promoting it. Like, it's all about the content. You know. That's just the thing they don't know. But what they just believe is once they just drop their song, they just go anonymous and feel that people will just go and stream it automatically. You know, they go straight to like, new music video out now on YouTube. That is not the way forward now. So
you have to be consistent. And that's one of the things that I also like about First Class that got me, you know, interested in him, is the fact that the way he promotes his music, bro be doing like 1,000 and 100,000 content on one song. And he's creative with every single one of them. You're like, whoa, he's putting effort and all of that.
They never said that the journey is going to be easy.
Yeah.
And know how to utilize your resources. Start plotting out contents. You have your iPhone, you know, start promoting yourself. When you start getting that attention, people will reach out to you. There are so many presets, vocal preset for free online. You can just you can watch tutorials on YouTube. That's why I say like resources are everywhere. It's just like, it's either the artists don't want to just learn, or they are just lazy, or they don't know where to source out information. If it was me, I would just get these things, buy a basic license, because I know that you can get like a license for a beat as low as $29 online. You know, to start off, to test the waters. So if you do that, now you are now like focusing on like, okay, putting out the content. You have your iPhone, you know, record yourself, be promoting it back to back, you know, be creative with your content. I know it's hard, but if you do this consistently for like every single time, you might get a retention now. Like, I mean, look at First Class.
Exactly.
Look at First Class.
Now everybody's looking his direction. I remember the first time I saw his content, I was like, who's this guy? You know, I was like, this guy, honestly, at some point I even say, this guy, are you a content creator, a comedian, or are you an artist? initially I didn't even understand it, to be
Yeah.
honest. But now I'm like, yo, I get where you're going. But
Wait.
I definitely rock with hardworking people.
What is crazy is that how I found out about First Class was through his sound, because his sound is also a content creator and a music producer. So, like on TikTok, there was one song, I like girls.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Like when he was promoting it constantly,
Yeah.
the thing got stuck in my head. Like the way he was constantly promoting
True.
it.
That's the
Even
song,
I would just be in the studio, I would just start singing the song.
That's very true.
That's how
Same thing
I-
happened to me, to be honest.
So I was just like, who is this guy? That's when I now found out. Then I now noticed that it's that constant promotion.
Yeah.
So when they are promoting it, when the thing is in your face,
Yeah.
and their content related to it. So because of the content, like that is related to it, the music gets stuck in your head.
True.
You know,
True.
before you know, you don't know when you start going to go and search for it on Spotify or something like that.
Yeah,
You know.
that makes a lot of sense. So then it boils down to really actually being intentional and pushing hard, like making sure that you put you on people's faces. Because I had the same. I think I've had Odumodu also say the same thing. I remember when Odumodu was, putting things together in Abuja as well. Some of the things that we did together, like you couldn't just say no to him because, like, you just had to sort of respect the fact that he was very hardworking. He was always, Odumodu is everywhere,
Odumodu is
He's hardworking. So
that guy works so hard, man.
As in. So I agree with you completely that, man, for you to make anything, I think it's even generally in life, you have to, stand on your 2 feet. Like you've got to really make up your mind and work really hard. Let's also talk about like your top 3 record labels in Nigeria. Let me put it that way. Tough.
Right now,
I put you on the spot.
to me, Maven.
Maven.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
And Josie Ward.
Really interesting.
I don't know the rest.
That's interesting. I have a different opinion. I think that Maven is definitely a top-notch record label. But for me, the best record label in Nigeria is actually Chocolate City. The reason is...
I would have mentioned that too.
But the reason why I even put Chocolate City ahead of Maven is because for me, maybe Maven is more successful in terms of, the number of superstars they put out and the money they made, But Chocolate City for me, because with Maven, I feel like it's still built around one person, which is Don Jazzy. I haven't really seen Maven after Don Jazzy. Do you get what I mean? But Chocolate City, for example, and when I say after, I don't mean when he's dead. I mean when he's no longer the CEO or when he's not the face of the business. Like Chocolate City started with Audu Mekori as the CEO. He then went on and left as the CEO, obviously still being a director in the company or part owner. Then MI became the CEO. And during Audu Mekori, that was the days of Chalk Boys. We had JC Jags, we had MI and, Brymo and Ice Prince. After that, MI became the CEO, and then we still had a good number of talent, including Black Bones now.
Yeah.
And, after MI now, there is a new CEO, and Chocolate City is still doing well with the likes of CK now, and Love Wanting Thing, and that whole international success. So for me, I think I'll rate Chocolate City ahead of Maven just because of that. So until I see how Maven transitions successfully, after Don Jazzy steps aside, that would be something I would like to see. So what should we expect from Ransom going forward?
I just leave everything to God. To be honest.
Nice one. You leave everything to God. Sun is shining. We say thank God. By the way, Ransom Beats has surpassed 2.7 million streams on BeatStars.
Yeah.
That's huge, man. I still can't wrap my head around how you managed to achieve all of these things, but I think it's really a big inspiration, and I'm sure that hopefully somebody out there watches this podcast and finds out some of this information and wake up and go get it, because that's the whole point why we set out to make this podcast as well. One final question I'd like to ask you is, you made music in the UK
Yeah.
before coming back to Nigeria. How would you compare, if I may use the word, or what do you think? How different was it? Making music in the UK, and then what is there more opportunities being in the UK, or do you think that there are even more opportunities in Nigeria?
To be honest, even if I'm in the village, there's still opportunity. Because
the
the
village
internet,
people don't go stop you, sir.
they don't fit stop me. Yo.
Village people
God,
don't fit try this one.
God, they.
Yeah.
But with the advance of internet, I feel like there is like opportunity can be gotten from anywhere. Mind you, that 6ix9ine, yeah. I produced with my guy Ramun.
Yeah.
Ramun was in Morocco. I was in Abuja.
Interesting.
Sleeping in my house.
And it just popped.
It just popped. I did not have to travel to where I need to be there. So I just think even if I'm in Kaduna or so like in the swamp, as far as internet, no worry.
So it's all about it's more about the having visa to the internet than visa to any country.
Exactly.
That's actually dope, especially for everybody who's trying to jackpot and all of that. I mean, you might have your legit reason, but in the end, I think that, it's more about what you're willing to do, what you're willing to accomplish, and especially using the opportunities that the internet provides, and, than you actually being in a limited geographic location. So I think it's been a very a good session, having this discussion with you. I really learned a lot, and I'm hoping that everybody who has watched it has also learned so much. And I appreciate you making time to come, Also, if for people who are watching, I know I discussed to you off camera that if we could give out a license, a beat from you, courtesy you. So for anybody who has watched to this point, then I'm going to ask a question. Let me see, what question should we ask? I'm trying to think of a question. Do you have a question regarding what we've said, or anything that you want to ask, or should I just go for it?
No, go for it.
Okay. So I mentioned at some point the total number of streams as at this point that Ransom Beats has on BeatStars. So if you quote correctly the figure, then you're going to actually win yourself a beat courtesy, a license on a beat courtesy Ransom Beats. All you have to do is
Ransom got that sauce in it.
And we'll do it on the first come basis. So if you're an artist out there, here's your shot. I hope, you get it.
And you have to subscribe and like his channel as well.
Exactly. Subscribe and like my channel. And I'll also jump over to subscribe to Ransom Beats channel if you have not already been subscribed to it. And voila, that's how you win yourself with beats. That's what we do over here. Thank you so much, Ransom, for making our time. It's been really a good conversation, and I've really enjoyed myself and learned so much. I wish you all the best, and I know you're going to do greater things, and, we're watching. We are following constantly. Thank you, my G.
You're welcome, my
I
guy.
appreciate you, man.
Thanks, man.
Yes.